Good morning everyone. Welcome back to the second unit where we were discussing about the transient analysis of RLC circuits. So previous class we discussed about the transient analysis of an RL circuit. So if you remember that for an RLC circuit we have taken the different conditions and then we obtained the expressions for an RLC circuit. And the current which is flowing through an RLC circuit I of t is given by I of 0 into e to the power minus r by L into t. So where I of 0 is the initial current which is flowing through the circuit, which we are representing with I naught. Where we have defined one more parameter related to this, that is called as a time constant of an RL circuit. The time constant of an RL circuit tau is given by L divided by R. Since it is a time constant, therefore the unit of time constant we consider it as seconds, right? So this is what we discussed in the previous class. Now let us discuss about the next circuit, which is a natural response of an RC circuit. So consider the following circuit here for which the switch is closed. Again we are going to consider the same condition here. For t less than 0, the switch is closed, and for t is equal to 0, the switch is open. This is the RC circuit here. The voltage which is applied is V0, the resistor is R0. This is the switch which is being closed at t less than 0 and it is open for t is equal to 0. This is a capacitor and this is the resistor. Now we already know the two basic conditions related with the time, that is one is 0 minus, another one is 0 plus. So 0 minus is used to denote the time just prior to switching and 0 plus is used to denote the time immediately after the switching. Now let us see how the analysis of an RC circuit is being performed. So let us consider that for t less than or equal to 0, V of t is equal to V0. So for t greater than 0, the circuit will reduce to the following thing. As we know that for t greater than or equal to 0, the switch is opened here. That's why this is how the circuit will look like. And we already know that for t greater than, less than or equal to, V of t is equal to V0. That is why if you look at the circuit, the voltage which we are considering is now V0. So for t greater than 0, now the switch is open, therefore the switch is open here and this is how the circuit will look like. Right? The voltage across capacitor we consider as V, and this is a resistor and this is the capacitor. Now applying KCL to the RC circuit here, so what we can do is now I of C is equal to, according to KCL we can write the total current which is entering the circuit, because since it is a open circuit, if you look at here, there is no current which is entering through the circuit because it's a open circuit. Therefore the current through capacitor we consider as IC and the current through resistor is considered as IR. Based on that, if you apply KCL here, the total current which is entering to the circuit is 0, which is equal to IC plus IR. That is the current which is flowing through capacitor plus the current which is flowing through the resistor. Now expressing the currents through the capacitor and resistor in terms of voltage, we can write, we know that the current through capacitor is given by C into dV of t by dt plus the current through resistor is given by V of t divided by R according to Ohm's law, which is equal to 0. Now let us rearrange the terms here, dividing the complete equation from C. So we get dV of t by dt plus V of t by RC is equal to 0. Now taking this V of t by RC to the right hand side, we get this following equation, that is dV of t by dt is equal to, it is V of t minus V of t divided by RC. Right? Now bringing this V of t to the left hand side and taking that d to the right hand side, we get the following equation as dV of t by dV of t is equal to minus 1 by RC into dt. Right? Now considering this equation according to the equation as dx by x is equal to minus 1 by RC is as it is into dy. Now integrating on both sides with respect to the voltage as initial voltage as V naught to the final voltage as V of t, 1 by x into du is equal to, it is 1 minus 1 by RC integration 0 to t into dy. Then we are going to get this expression by substituting the upper limit minus lower limit. So we get the expression as ln of V of t by V naught minus 1 by RC into t. So ln of V of t by V naught is nothing but it is V of t minus V of 0. Now taking this, removing this ln from the circuit, what we need to do, we need to take exponential on both sides. Therefore we get V of t divided by V naught is equal to e to the power minus t by RC is the expression what we get. Now from this further, if we replace this, sending V of t is equal to V naught of 0 into e to the power minus t by RC, where V of 0 represents initial voltage across the capacitor which is being represented as V naught. So you get V naught into e to the power minus t by RC. So using Ohm's law, now the current can be expressed as I of t is equal to, it is V of t divided by R, which is equal to V naught by R into e to the power minus t by RC. So this is the current through the circuit which we get for an RC network. Similarly, the power dissipated in the resistor can be written as, we already know that the power can be expressed as V into the current through the resistor, which is equal to V naught square. Substituting the voltage and current expression, we get V naught square by R into e to the power minus 2 by RC. Now the energy which is being absorbed by the resistor can be written as W is equal to half C V naught square into 1 minus e to the power minus 2 by RC by substituting the value of voltage in the circuit. Now from this concept, now we define a new time constant for an RC circuit. In the previous class we have seen the time constant of an RL circuit. Now we'll see the what is time constant of an RC circuit. The time constant for RC circuit is equal to the product of the resistance and the capacitance. So hence time constant tau is equal to, it is R into C. So what is this time constant indicates? The time constant is nothing but it is the amount of time which is being taken by the capacitor to reach 63.2% of its maximum value. Because as we know that the capacitor cannot charge at a time, it charges instantaneously, so it will take some time to charge. So therefore the total time which is required to reach the maximum steady state value for the capacitor is given by tau is equal to R into C. Now expressing for the voltage, current, power and energy using this time constant concept, where we replace the time constant tau is equal to RC. Now we get the different expressions here. So V of t is equal to, it is V naught into e to the power minus t by tau, where tau indicates the time constant RC. Similarly, the current through the circuit can be represented as V naught by R into e to the power minus t by tau. Similarly, for the power as well as the energy which is being absorbed by the circuit. Now, coming to the case of capacitor, there are two important observations that we have to consider here. So the first thing is the capacitor behaves like an open circuit when being supplied by a DC source. So the capacitor normally for a DC circuit will behave like an open circuit, whereas the inductor behaves like a short circuit. That already we have discussed in the previous class. Now why the capacitor behaves like an open source is because we know that the current through capacitor is given by C into dV by dt. If we consider the voltage through the capacitor as constant, then dV by dt, that is a differentiation of constant with respect to time, will become 0. So 0 multiplied with C, it will become 0. That indicates that the current IC will become 0. So if the current through any element is 0, then we can conclude that it acts as an open circuit. Similarly, the other observation that we make with respect to an RC circuit is in capacitor, the voltage is continuous. That is VC of 0 plus is always equal to VC of 0 minus. Right? So these are the two observations that we make when we go with respect to an RC circuit. Now, this completes the RC circuit, and now let us understand what is the difference between an RL circuit and an RC circuit. So, in an RL circuit, we know that how inductor will behave and how capacitor will behave in an RC circuit. As we know that the first difference between an RL circuit and RC circuit is with respect to time constant. So, already we have derived the time constant of an RL circuit is given by tau is equal to, it is L by R, whereas the time constant of an RC circuit is given by tau is equal to RC. So, this is the first difference between an RL circuit and RC circuit. Now, coming to the second difference, now as already we have discussed that inductor behaves like a short circuit when being supplied by a DC source. So, why inductor will behave like a short circuit is because we know that the voltage across an inductor V is equal to, it is L into di by dt. So, V is equal to L into di by dt is the voltage through an inductor, whereas I can be written as I is equal to 1 by L integration of V into dt. So, if we supply a constant source across an inductor, that means if a constant current is flowing through an inductor, then the differentiation of I with respect to t will become 0 because it is constant. Hence, V will be equal to 0. As V becomes 0, that means the inductor is behaving like a short circuit. Similar is the condition when we go with respect to capacitor. So, as we know that the voltage across the capacitor can be written as V is equal to, the current through the capacitor can be written as I is equal to C into dV by dt. So, if we supply a constant DC source through a capacitor, then the differentiation of voltage with respect to time will become 0. Hence, the current through capacitor will become 0. As the current through capacitor becomes 0, that indicates that your capacitor will behave like a open circuit. So, remember that in an RL circuit, when a constant source is supplied, then the inductor behaves like a short circuit. If a constant source is supplied through a capacitor, then the capacitor behaves like a open circuit. Now, coming to the third difference, the inductor current is continuous, that is IN of 0 plus is equal to IN of 0 minus, whereas the voltage across capacitor is continuous, that is VC of 0 minus will be equal to VC of 0 minus. So, what it indicates here is the RL circuit and RC circuit behaves differently under the steady state conditions. So, in the next class, we will discuss about the combination of L and C circuit with respect to R. So, now you understood the basic difference between an RL circuit and RC circuit under different conditions of time when t is less than 0 or t is equal to 0 or greater than 0, how your inductor and capacitor will behave. What is the time constant of the circuit? So, time constant is nothing but it is the amount of time taken by your RL or RC circuit to reach the maximum steady state value of the voltage or current. So, this is about an RL and RC circuit. So, next class we will discuss about the combination of inductor and capacitor with resistor, which is known as an RLC circuit. Thank you.